better. Ooh. Нема 4 PlayStation, what the fuck? Huh? Nani o sore. N-am plasma pe ăsta, mă, n-am. I don't like this. The bolt pistol, the heavy bolt pistol. Fair no. Da, asta e better. Că mai multe gloanțe, mai mult damage overall. No, what the fuck, ce numai culori? Să fac încă un prestige, da. Ah, forgot about this. Hai să începem cu începutul. E ruthless? Ruthless, bun. Ah, immediate queue up. Okay. Europeans are playing this game. Probably more than Marathon. Actually, let's find out. Oh, not now. Don't want to keep these guys waiting, but I'm sure it has more players than Marathon. Venga. So PC and the Xbox player. Fuck yeah. Fuck is Shadow Hyel doing? Bleh. Emperor is waiting for you. I'm gonna go in every corner of this map. Scream. I'm the lowest prestige here, okay. I should do the lowest damage, normally. Tech Marine, it's a pretty cool looking Tech Marine. Ah. Has the white color package, must be the... Oh, it's a Salamander, nice. Come on, you're the nicest of Marines, I think. Giga Chat Salamander. Loading in this game and the final loading when you finish the map is just incredibly long. But at least it's not like in For Honor when you're peer-to-peer. The server goes, if one of the players is the server and he leaves the game, then you just are thrown out just mid-fight, which was really bad from Ubisoft. It's among the lightest things they did, or they didn't do actually, because it was lazy. Anyway. Time to delete some Tyranids quick. Can you imagine the people that made SnowRunner made this game? It's fucking crazy. Let's not clip into each other. Ah, it's a tech many with a energy blade. That's interesting. Oh. Got fucking obliterated, what the fuck? It's fucking died already, bro, what the fuck? Oh. Who the fuck hit me like that? Enjoy. No armor. Guess not. Well, that's a...
兵器の展開と武装に必要な帝国防衛軍の爆破行動を入手する必要がある。生死に関わらず見かけた兵士から情報を入手しろ。それがいい。
Nope. Oh, elite. Where the fuck is he? Oh. Good job. Nope, not interested in this, okay. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take! Da. Nu mai da drumul la... Bă, nu mai da drumul la climă, că deja se învârte coloana în spate, ești prost. Nu, dar nu știu, nu, mă simt aiurea. Doar în spatele pula mea, știi ce am. Am bătrân, nu, asta e. Mai am 19 ani.
タラさ、ケイディアンたちの時間切れが近い。プロメチウムの施設までどのくらいだ？
目標に到達しました。
順調そうだな。その調子でいけ。サーモハーネスガンが使える。了解。まともにはしない。未生成のプロメチウムによる地下爆発。それで十分さ。コードを使用して爆弾を起動し、プロメチウムの井戸に仕掛けるんだ。慎重にな。そうするのが身のためだ。
Where is he? Yeah, just stay away, bro. Leave the tech marine alone. Brittany alone. Ooh. Didn't realize he would fucking hit me. It's a huge vagina.
圧力は機械的振動に見舞われている。部品が損傷する前に保守点検を行え。マジから調整された小ザ範囲 0.0 ナノメートル。暗記心の精度に祝福がある。
俺もこいつにスコープを調整してもらおう。
大丈夫 I'm out of bullets. Magica. Rivals down without the Magica. I made her for a while. Pretty strong work. I need to level up that weapon, I forgot about it. Wow. Took some damage there, wow. Sus morți, mătii. M-am dat seama că nu vezi tare. If it has some healer. No? It doesn't. Daijoubu, I'm not gonna die, don't worry. This is pretty easy. Trebuie să încerc și alea de dificultate mai mare. Fuck, I love this game. Oh, you motherfucker. Damn, what the fuck is that pistol? I think that's that Inferno gun or whatever, not Inferno gun, Neo something. Stop eating him up, bro. He's not gonna be optimal for combat. Oh, that looks delicious. Eat this. Take a deep throat with yourself. What are you doing? I'm deep throating myself.
ハードソウルのアイテムなら倒しても何も変わりそうにない。
楽しい。Licked. Medical stims. Oh.
刺激剤を投与した。マガジン交換。いつでもいける。
Văzut că se bate cu cineva. Da, mă, chiar joc Tecmari, dar joc cu altă armă, dar nu cred că vreau cu o altă armă, că toporul e foarte ișflă. Ce trebuie?
中隊長、配置についてターゲットを監視しています。
耐えろ。最適なタイミングで爆破する必要がある。軌道スキャンによると大軍の大部分は所定の位置に到達していない。気を引き締めてやり遂げるんだ。奴らが来るぞ。ここで片付けてやる。
Control panel, bro.
燃料を送ってる。援護準備をしろ。燃料に点火するぞ。
大軍の大半は
I need an inferno pistol, I think. Breakdance, what? Face elicopterul nebunul. Where from?
奴らは先制所を突っ
ま
切った。
だ火の罠をした。
見させやがって。あと半分だぞブラザー。その調子だ。
O lupstăn. Dracu m-a lovit. Unde-i regula? Oops.
俺の合図に備えておけ。
罠を発動する。
ムータイばかりの能なしだった。 フックが使える。俺の怒りを煽っているのか。ピラミッドの生体反応は 90% 経過。大軍の全滅を確認。素晴らしい働きなんだ。脱出に行こうしよう。ザンダーホークが抽出ポイントに到着。パッチを開ける。自分たちの罠にはまって死ぬなよ。行け。抽出完了。軌道に戻る。
Ah, enter. It should be the space button, to be honest.
先端に敬意を表する。直ちに補給を終えて再展開に備えておけ。
La Prestige 4 se mai joacă pe Ruthless? Sau poate nu e așa diferență numai de damage taken, ce nu prea are sens. Dar totuși îți faci heroic weapons, care am văzut că câteva nu sunt toate foarte bune. Nu, alea sunt alea roșii. Dar boss, trebuie să termin campaign-ul ca să poți să joci PV, cum îi spune, co-op. Ia. Da, are vreo 20 de ore. Depinde cât de repede termin. Că e puțin bla bla, e foarte mult action. Și e mult din asta, cum zice, stagi lungi ca astea. Melee damage, maxed. A făcut mai mult damage ca ăștia. Ba nu, ca asta n-a făcut. Ca verde. Tech Marine. Iar se blochează în... Ai serverii și ăsta. Weapon damage, toate weapon damage. Sau e numai range, nu? Aici e weapon. Axe is a weapon. Right. Only colors. I'm ready. Emperor is not waiting for me. I will not grace our Emperor with such shame. Asta cum am făcut Prestige 4, mă. Level 1. Scruz ce pasive pot să-mi iau până la max. Ce sniper și bulwark. Dar că ar trebui să iau un tech marine, cred că. Tech marine. Nice. It's good for survival.
新帝陛下のため皇帝のため
Come on, Salamander. I got a lot of shit on my back. Cred că mai sunt și alte din astea equipment racks de spate. De mai ale în loc când faci prestige. Păi nu poți în ăsta, trebuie să mergi în threat absolut, ok. N-am mai jucat pe absolut. Aș vrea că deci 80% din oamenii cu care am vorbit în pula mea azi nu înțeleg conceptul de a lăsa avans să primești o mașină când ajunge un stoc, știi? Oh, păi nu, că mi-au când vine. Boss, dă-te la altă, dacă nu ți iei, nu ți iei. E ca și cum vii ultimul la Black Friday, că mai este ceva, nu, fuck. Da, să fie așa retardat, nu înțeleg. Și băia plânge că nu are, știi? Oh my god, nu sunteți serios, puta pula mea, boss, prost. I don't know this map. Cred că o să crăp aici. Am mai jucat așa.
さんが墳墓惑星を冒涜して
Heavy bolter, cred că e.
秘密だな。
Îmi place cum fugă ăștia de ei, what the fuck. Stai să-i omor în pula mea. Kill all, don't let anyone escape. Zi-mă ăștia, what the fuck. In your face. Fuck me. Are proiectilul ăsta. Kinda banged up, bro. What the fuck? Ce e asta, bro? Cred că ori mușca mai mult decât pot să mestece băieții. Că de asistat mai greu. Da. Fuck is this map? Bro. Bro, nu mă ajută nimeni, frate, cu 2 eliți în cap, man. What the fuck? Vă căcați pe voi cu unul din ăla, mă bag cu 2 eliți. Nu știu ce o ales harta asta dacă nu e în stare să... Na. M-au lăsat de izbeliște în pula mea de proști. Fighting trash, bro. GG. Fuck's sake. Nothing here. Don't know this map. Not a big fan of it. Ce poți sări aici? Nu. Da.
ソールは動くはずだ。満身栄光を威力をどうぞ。この墓の封印を解け。性別の封印は鉄書にある。幸い層の場合に限り封印の解除が認められる。認証が必要だ。私アーキラン中隊長は死者の異世界への再埋葬を許可する。認証確認。アーキラン中隊長、遺体の位置を確認に係員を派遣する。
ここで放置する。聖職者は後に続け。
マガジン交換。
God, I need to get the cover, what the fuck. Bro. Am lăsat pulii de suflet în sloboz. Da, GG. Nu știu de ce pula mea vii cu sniper, frate, când n-avem un bulwark, n-avem nimic, vii sniper și vanguard. What the fuck. Vreau să iau eu bulwark. Nu știu că schimbă ăștia. Ooh, my guy is getting fried. Come on, bro. The fuck does camouflage do? No, level 0 pe sniper. Nu mi se pare un joc de sniperit. Sau poate e fan, nu știu. Poate are alte perks. Nu-i traditional sniper. Mai are 2 eliți, 3. Vin și într-un minut. Stau în loc și arma aia, mă. Laserul ăsta. Back, bitches. Vreau să rămân cu Vanguard. Vanguard.
石棺を評価中。埋葬された遺体が安らかに眠っているところ。再生別と再埋葬の時期を迎えている。
アーキラン中隊長よりアクセス決死が許可された。性別の封印を解除。道は開けた。機械精霊の声を聞いたらコンソールに戻れ。魔術師に安らかな死が訪れない。リロードする。
Yeah, just let me get there first. I should play with Vanguard more.
セントリーを制御よしステルスレディ武器庫からの供給だこの近場地にはもう何タランツラ装填完了準備よし
Bine, lasă-mă să mă heal în pula mea de Vanguard. Nu mai joc ăsta cu fucking Tech Marine aici, nu știu de ce m-a pus harta asta, vreau să mă mor Tyranids. No fun, ăștia n-au nici dismemberment ca lumea, n-au nimic. Sorcerers, yeah, just 'cause empty cans. They gotta put some orcs in this game. Like for the first Space Marine. Bro, I don't have any talents for this. Nah, it's done. It's done. I don't shouldn't play with this difficulty if I don't have max prestige, I think. And you should ask, hey, you wanna play on much difficult setting on a map that you never played before? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna play, but don't just throw it in and expect me to. Gotta ask first. Yeah, ruthless. What was absolution? Oh, absolute. I don't even have it unlocked, bro. What the fuck? What a stupid fuck. Fucking hate these guys. Pretending to be some kind of elitist. Oh my god, I'm playing so good. Let me boost you, let me carry you. This. I don't have the fucking difficulty unlocked yet. I barely finished Ruthless. Oh my god. And I need prestige levels. You can't just go in there with no talents, no nothing. Jesus. Majoris or Extremis additional segment armor. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. I don't know about this axe though. I never played heavy, I never played sniper. Balance. Fencing. Why does it get stuck like this? It's so fucking annoying. Yes. Jets. No, it's already started. Okay. Astartes. Uh,
なら良い教会官になれる。仲間の精神を清く保ち、敵を殺めることほど素晴らしい。大気が発生したエネルギーで満ちている。サイキックのせいなのかゼノのせいなのか俺には分からんが。
Can't wait for the great sword. Oh my god. If they're giving me, if I'm getting a great sword in Space Marine before I'm getting one in Path of Exile, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, man. I just can't play without a... Ooh. Hammerzeit. What the fuck? Oh, elite. What is it? Oh. Come on. Just 4 charges. You guys too fucking weak.
発物を仕掛ける必要。浄化の炎が降り注ぐ。あとはクリーチャーを待つだけです。
ハイブタイラントが間もなくそちらに到着する。橋の上で帝国防衛軍の防衛に加わり、ゼノのリーダーをキネゾーに誘い込め。
帝国の剣の前にまずいエイリアンが倒れた。
大丈夫？
ここへ行け。飛行準備よし。
Where is this guy going? Llamo, probably. Come on, let me wax my hammer. I wanna squeeze my hammer. Uff. Što mi je rao držao. Să-mi fac preset-uri. Uite cu asta joc. Trebuie să-mi pun mai multe arme. Mai ales pentru boss. Deși e destul de bun automatul ăsta, că tot e bolt.
プローブ攻撃は対処しました。今攻撃を受けているのは中継所です。群れを指揮する司令官が間もなくここに到着する。
それは初耳です。アーマーのサポートなしであんなに大きな標的に挑むには橋を破壊しなければならないでしょう。
ガーズマン、用意はもうできてる。
撤退を命じますか？いや、目標は橋ではなくハイブタイラントだ。ティラリットの指揮部隊を排除するまでその位置を守れ。了解です、閣下。我々も皇帝のために作戦を支援します。
来るぞ。
早始めたい準備はいいが、皇帝のエンテルに実力を見せてやれ。やめろ。屋上でこっちを取り囲もうとしてる。
左から大軍が接近。
ハイブタイラントがやってきているが、お前たちとの間にはゼノの大軍がいる。長丁場に備えろ。
奴らは壁を越えてきた。罰を与えてやれ。
Oh. What the fuck? Ce-ai făcut asta, mă?
しっかり見張っておけ。ゼノのリーダーが間もなく視界に入ればさ。
いいわよ、あの忌まわしきゼノのボスを。こんな残虐行為は見たことがない。
マジか。ハイブビーストを誘い込め。 爆破しろ。
死ね獣め。
こちらトラさん。
待ち伏せは成功だ。了解した。
まだ死んでないぞ。
Ja, der Boss.
かかどういうものです。
ハイブマインドとのつながりがなければ俺は暴走するが、奴らは依然として中継所を狙ってる。王国は副官の見解を裏付けている。
Nope, nothing.
敵の結束はまだ有効だ。あの獣は死んでいないぞ。
了解司令官。必ず遂行します。
我々だけで守れます。皆さんが奴を倒すまで群れを近づけないように。
Oh, I like this distance.
奴が群れを指揮していなければ瓦礫に埋もれたままにしておくんだ。
Det blir såhär bezooma av mig mot.
見ろ、異物だ。これは再生を可能にする。ワンスロットだ。心を守れ。正義の嵐となって共にする。正のが正義に死ねば人の責任だ。我が手を利用とする。 死骸となったゼロが今度はこの世界の糧になるだろう。お前はよく聖典を腕章してるが経典はどうなの？
ジャイアントの息を教会が後で相手が排除しろ。今こそ奴を始末する絶好のチャンスだ。
覚える時間はいくらでもある。
最近は再建手術のためアポセカリウムにいることが多いからな。
休息中のお前のために祈りを捧げてやろう。
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Probably the most masculine game I've ever played. Grows another testicle every second. Yeah. Look at this fucking guy. Huge bitch. Come on. Emperor, Emperor. Emperor. Praise our Emperor, we're gonna blow your brains out. Heretic. Cooldown is a bit, it's a bit huge on this, but I need to level up more. Jesus Christ, sorry. I took his execute. Shouldn't have let him. Ah. Not invisible. Oh, it's a tank. Sorry, bro, it's out of reflex. Take the health.
王子からのプレゼントだ。
My god, it's fucking the door. Dacă fute picioare în ușă. Sau numai piciorul i-a mai rămas, nu mă ăla pot să dea în ușă. Ce pula. Take some drugs.
集合地点を確保。ここで待ってるぞ。
Lol.
リロードを行う。ブラザー、共に進もう。
Come on. Let's go out with dignity. Oh. Oh, I can't fucking hit it. You gotta be kidding me, bro. There's no fucking way. I couldn't pull off that fucking charge attack. This ain't Monster Hunter. Ooh, blade, bro. Oh, you killed him and the elite killed him. Okay. Back to Vanguard. Oh, it fucking died. Oh my god. Yeah. Too cocky at the start. I thought I'm gonna take him quick, but I just can't land that charge attack. He was way too horny on me. I thought he's gonna, you know, if he's with his back, and then I can pull off that charge attack, but he just does a 180, a 360 actually. Yeah, Axe is much better than this hammer. Much more damage. And better parry. I have a counter parry. I don't have any counter parry with this. It only charges the I haven't played tactical in a while. It only charges the hammer faster, I think. It doesn't really help me against the boss. Damage increase by all members. No, equipment is much better. Yeah. And this is balance one. Okay. Yeah, it's just a bad run. I'm gonna run it again. Yeah. Tactically, it should be a lot better for boss fight. Since you also have this debuff and you got good ranged attack. It has also melee. It's very good on melee. It's just Not as good as Vanguard. It's easy. Where is my Vanguard? Lol. Iar e cald. No, fute clima asta la gât de numai. Mai bine fumez un pachet de un cartuș decât să stau în climă.
タイタス副官はハイブタイラントゼノの空襲がキルゾーンに入ったことを確認するまで橋の防衛を支援してくれ。その後爆破するんだ。
了解です。シナプスリーダーはもう倒したも当然ですよ。
My god, it's just one, kill it.
タラサは到着しました。
了解。中継所に向かう。ボックスでの報告を頼む。ダモクレスアウト。
Oh. Oh, it didn't reach him. Fuck. Didn't reach him. Fucked me. Let's recover my HP.
あの群れの撃退に苦労した理由がわかるな。アウスペスディープスキャンレディー。
Am o jos este? What is the extremity? Where the fuck is he? Bă, da te-ai doge, mă.
地点になるんだがな。
次のバトルではひざまずいておいてやるよ。それでいいか。
待てよ、本気で言ってるのか。
いや、礼儀をわきまえているだけだ。
中隊長、党から報告します。
ゲーム局には戦いの晴天の基準を満たす爆発物がない。橋を破壊するのに十分なものを探せ。
仕掛けられる支柱がある。もっと爆弾が必要だ。マガジンを装填。予備の弾薬だ。支柱の爆破準備よし。
爆薬セット完了。
マガジンを変える。爆薬を起動。
一番効果的な場所はどこか。
爆薬の準備よし。
Bă, ești prost la cap, ce pula mea nu ia stagger ăsta, futu-ți morții mătii în gură. Numai în cap i-am tras. Ce pula mea, mă? S-a rezistență, ce-a făcut măta? Băga mi-aș pula morții tăi de tiranid. Bă, dar câte din astea pui futu-ți gâtul mătii de sărăcie? Bă, dar despar și apar altele, ce pula lui Dumnezeu să vă ia? Wow, mă lovi prin tet. Pe morții mătii. Mai este? Dai mă în pula mea să merem. Da, nu mi-am pus nici la asta. Trebuie să-mi pun alte combinații. Cred că Chain Sword-ul e mai bun pentru AoE decât knife-ul ăsta.
グローブ攻撃は対処しました。今攻撃を受けているのは中継所です。俺たちのターゲットはハイブタイラントだ。奴を殺せば中継所は安全になる。それは初耳です。アーマーのサポートなしであんなに大きな標的に挑むには橋を破壊しなければならない。
Nu e heal-ul, frate.
それが俺たちの計画だ。
The fuck?
命じますか。いや、目標は橋ではなくハイブタイラントだ。ティラリットの指揮部隊を排除するまでその位置を守れ。了解です、閣下。我々も皇帝のために作戦を支援します。来るぞ。ファイア全体準備はいいか。皇帝のエンジェルに実力を見せてやれ。誰だ。屋上にゼノがいる。ゼノが俺たちの上にいる。
Okay.
こんな間近でこれ
I'm gonna take it, fuck him.
見たことがない。
待つんだ。ハイブビーストを誘い込め。今だ。爆発しろ。
爆発完了だ。
タラサからデルタ航空団へ。ターゲットを無力化した。まだ死んでないぞ。
俺たちの戦術は成功したか。
ハイブマインドとのつながりがなければ群れは暴走するが、奴らは依然として中継所を狙ってる。王国は副官の見解を裏付けている。敵の結束はまだ有効だ。あの獣は死んでいないぞ。
よかった。仕事をやり残すのは嫌いなんです。
あそこだ、ブラザー。逃げ出そうとしてる。
Kill it.
スコアマインが来るぞ。マガジンを装填。弾薬を装填する。弾を撃ち切った。 見ろ、逃げ出したぞ。
後を追って排除しろ。今こそ奴を始末する絶好のチャンスだ。
お願いします。
マガジンを変える。フラグを投げる。注意しろ。また待ち伏せしてるかもしれない。
Yeah, killed. Nice.
力が戻ってきた。
うわ
前進のみだ。
なんですか。
タラさん、報告を。
No, he's
ター
straight.
ゲットの追跡中。
Hmm?
タラさん、よく聞こえない。クリッ
Mai mâncăm adus stomacul tot azi.
副官。カカ
Abia am putut să lucru pe budă am fost.
ボックスの通信が途絶えた。
Da, nu știu, pula mea. Cum nu iau la gos sau o săptămână, fac pauză, cum începe scandalul. Eu nu pot să iau ăla într-una, că după aia se culcă o pecată pe ureche. Oh, Piro. I need this. It's very good. Burn their feet. Psst, their feet.
監視が必要なら俺のアウスペクスを使えば敵の正確な位置を検出できるぜ。俺は昔から
Okay, let's kill this fucker. Oh, that's a close one. Don't attack me, for fuck's sake. I need to get ammo.
考えを読まれている。心を強く持て。視覚強化を実行する。
Good job. Fuck you. Yeah, I didn't do the most damage. very strong, this tactical. They can't use the axe on him. Yeah, it's just this. Yeah, fuck. Ooh, new armor piece. Ooh. Okay, this looks pretty good. Yes. Știi la ce mai era? Stai că mă duc aminte. Cred că la... Da, la For Honor aveai Prestige. Și la Titanfall. La multiplayer. Aveai Generation, cred că acolo. Tot aia e Prestige, Ascension, tot aia e. Ascension aveai în Genshin. Băi, the Sony's wet dream e să aibă în continuu Genshin-uri. Minimal live service effort. Că nu-i PvP, nu-i looter, shooter, nu-i oamenii rari să joacă împreună. Tot se plimbă cu Hutao prin Teviat. Și, na, dating simulator cu pic de combat și de reacție. Dacă n-avea reacțiile alea, nici nu mă jucam. Pentru fan service. Pentru gunning nu este nimic, nici măcar pe aproape, ca și Nike. Goddess of War e the strongest gunning material possible. Everything they make, it looks so, dreamy. Îți vine să visezi cu ele. Zici pe... Într-o lume, da, sacrific toată lumea. Let it be an apocalypse, fuck it. Let the raptures come. If I get to be Rapis commandant, Anis and Neon și de fapt și Marciana acum cu skin și Cinderella și oh my god. Can't play this game if I think about Nika. Și degeaba că, uite, de exemplu, în copilărie am avut-o pe Chun-Li, Kami, Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, mai aveai traditional World of Warcraft feminine heroes, Jaina, Sylvanas, după aia aveai din Tekken, pe Nina, acum în Tekken 8 ai și pe fata lui Heihachi, pe Reina, care e gunning material, plus încă câteva în Street Fighter ai o groază. Japanese games în general au femei ca lumea. După aia aveai în Resident Evil pe aia, cum o cheamă, Ana Wong sau cum o chema. Acum ai Goddess of Laundry, care e a middle-aged woman. Toată lumea fuge de ele. Fix invers, pentru că în general o femeie peste 40 de ani are un copil și atunci schimbă foarte tare dinamica relației cu un tip care nu-i tăticul lui ăla micu, că ăla nu-i curios și plecat, gen, doar în pulă. Dar schimbă dinamica mult, în sensul că pentru unii ca mine, ca joacă mult e bine, că nu-mi fute nervul, știi, și merge la sărbar la prunc, merge cu el la doctor, merge cu el la nu știu unde. Îl las la maică mea pe ăsta mic, ne vedem diseară, bam, bam, bam. A doua zi, doar în pulă, vă de treabă fiecare. Ceea ce e și normal într-o relație peste 35 de ani plus, adică când amândoi deja au 35 plus, deja nu mai ne mutăm împreună și stăm și ne futem nervul tot ziua, că când ești tânăr ai și dependența aia, să stai cu cineva, să socializezi cu ea, să stai, să fuți toată ziua, să... Când honeymoon-ul ăla, un an, la mine durează maxim 2 ani de zile, honeymoon-ul. Cu una cu care mă înțeleg beton. Dar acum să mă mut cu cineva așa numai, I know about that.
スキャンによるとこのセクターを奪還できる
Not a big fan.
軌道上からの攻撃が麻痺
Nu, dar nu-mi place că eu am hobby-urile mele și de multe ori ele nu au niciun fel de hobby decât să stea pe newsfeed sau să se uite la mine. Și atunci mă frustrează că nici nu mă, știi, simt bine să zic că mamă ce mă distrez sau ceva, că nu mă distrez. Că cât poți să stai cu cineva de vorbă, știi? Murat armura, fraierul. What? Yoink. Doar pula în cea mai puțin armură. Eva, nu că am și sniper aici. Ok. Ia sniperul stă la distanță. Mamă, ce-o dat-o cu avans ăla, ești nebun? What? Cum gâtul, mă, te mai lovit? O nu spune... Bă, ești prost, futu-ți morții, mă, în gură. Special, special. Uf. Unde e ăsta? Zbura capul, boss. Where you head at? You got knocked the fuck out! Ce? Nu are nicio legătură. Nu are nicio legătură. Păi nu, dar înțelege și ea că sunt foarte mulți oameni care fac asta și atunci n-ai ce să... Știi? E prea mare pool-ul de... așa ceva. What the fuck? Enjoy.
最初の目標に着きましたコーターマスターのコンソールを起動し機械精霊を目覚めさせる爆集団等を列車に積み込み必要に応じて支援してやれ
He managed to fucking call him. Why the fuck are you so loud? You fucking insect. Mai am gloanțe? Da, dar pe dificultatea asta nu prea este. Aici e zama de fapt. Dar n-am niciun tip care... N-am tactical.
刺激剤を取っておけ。
Unde e A? A.
こちらスキビウス。
Don't thank me, thank the Emperor.
補給列車に積み込み
N-ai mai apucat să dai, bro. Nu, a murit ați, what the fuck. Nu, n-a murit. Come on, Nuke. B2. Asta e ce? Folosesc, bun. Gotta get some ammo. Una, un frag grenade. Fuck. Acolo era 3-1. He got it. Mă lași zegaciu, homie. Dă-i, frate, până la 80. Oh, you motherfucker. Nope. You ain't taking my HP. Bă, asta se termină, ești nebun? Am uitat. Actually can consume them all. Ichiga. Asta era întrebarea pe anime site, că care din fete din anime meritau să meargă cu iubitul care vreau ele, cum era Raymond, Re-Zero, cum era Ichigo în Darling in the Franxx. Și nu, alte pizde. Aia, nu mai știu cum chema pe aia din Rent a Girlfriend, bla bla, Takashi, nu ta, polea, auzi. Și dintre toate meritau. Dar Subaru din Re-Zero is a piece of shit. She's better off without him. Și Ichigo e... Oricând aleg pe 0 tu un loc. Not even close. Are lag unul din ei. O, eu, nu știu. Ce vrei, mă? Are semi-automatic asta? Hai pro. Apparently so. Da, 0-2 e hot. Și Rem e hot, numai prea... E foarte mare discrepanță de cum e ea, cât de strong în anime și cât de cute. Nobody that strong acts like that. Da, probabil numai la Enrage, da, bine zici. Dar... ce-am să zic? Da, Raiden Shogun a fost... Când am jucat Honkai, când jucam Honkai Impact, nu Stare l-am jucat prea puțin, că e turn-based, nu prea m-a încântat. E fain design-ul, e fain așa, dar nu... gameplay e foarte bland, 3 butoane aia. Și... Honkai Impact a fost destul de fain pentru vremea lui, istoriul e foarte gripping. E very good story. Oh, nici să cred cât de dark e și cât de multe twist-uri au avut, dar twist-uri bune, nu twist-uri în alea retardate, că 360, știi? Te învârți în jurul pulii, tot plotul. Da, actual plot, adică chiar poți face un film lejer din Honkai. E lung ca dracu, într-adevăr. Oh, cine e? Unde pleci, boss? Unde pleci?
頭が割れそうだ。穴掘り野郎を埋めた。
Hai că mi-a băgat droguri în ochi. Am zis, hai nu, bor să-ți vând droguri. Ce face ăla? Băi, nu cred vreau să... Ok. Explosive. Never mind, bro, I cleaned it. They got raped. Deletion. I'm gonna try out the sniper, it seems pretty strong, ranged, obviously. Gotta do those setups, loadouts. Oh, it's a lot. Nu prea Emperor, they don't like the Emperor. Ce armă aveți, mă băieți? Ăsta are ca mine. Ăsta are... Ăla... Da. Bolt, Carbine. Nu joacă nimeni cu Auto Bolt. Ori Heavy Bolt, ori nu știu. Head off. Okay. He's doing fine. Heal up, bro. Stray metru și nu la nimic, nimeni. Ceva achievement, să nu iei iteme, what the fuck. Can't believe this shit. Wow, n-am perii ăla, du-te în morții, mătii.
奴らを撃退しろ。
Nimeni a luat în serios, cum pula mea toată viața, mă? Da, e Vanguard. Da, e mult mai slab decât Bulwark și Tech Marine. Ah, fuck, nu văd. Hai de acolo, mă. Hai, dead. Lol. Strong work.
この時を待ってたんです。
Launch it.
発射成功だ。
Blow him the fuck up.
爆発まで5秒。衝撃波に備えろ。
Care era ăla, mă, cu doi boși? Aia zburătorii aia. Nu mai țin minte cum e zicea. Bă, câte astea aveam cam aceeași design preference. Emperor's Blessing. Ciumegu. Da, nu mă aud Discord-ul, că dacă da să meargă cu notifications, nu se mai oprește, că am vreo 3 canale care sunt plin de stuff. Adică spamează lumea pe ăla într-una. Bă, nu, cred că-i dau un... Tot am zis că mai dau un SnowRunner în pula mea, că am jucat ăsta într-una. Hey. Oh, there she is. If I had to choose, I would instantly take 2B as main waifu. Easy choice. Și nici nu respectă prea mult outfit-ul ei original din Nier Automata. Și așa e mai bland, mai simplu, dar tot e gorgeous. Yes. Să vedem ce mai zice Asmongold. Asmongold, the main guy. The Odyssey is over after the Odyssey is over, but the name Nolan will carry the fucking will carry the whole thing. Dark Tide Warhammer 40k. What? Oh, it's the first person one. I don't. It looks nice, but I don't think it's like Left 4 Dead, but I don't know. Terrible situation for the people in Japan. A Japanese lady explains how small groups of 224 Pakistani in Hokkaido have created a no-go zone for Japanese. What do you mean no-go zone? It's Japan. They chase you out if you're Japanese. What? How the fuck is that allowed? Throw them the fuck out of Japan. What the fuck? Why is everybody kissing Muslim ass? I don't know why. Why is this obsession with spreading Islam everywhere? Nobody cares, man. Nobody likes Islam. Not even Islamic people want them back. Code Rapid official demo trailer. What? What's this? Armored Core? Yeah, it's Armored Core. A bit faster and a bit from Temu, but it could be an indie game, so if it moves nice and it shoots nice, then it doesn't matter if the graphics aren't the best. Henry Cavill talks faithful 40k. Oh my god, if Henry Cavill pulls this off, it's gonna be fucking awesome, man. This might be the biggest disaster in gaming.
Where like I'll play PoE a lot for a while,
Yeah,
and
me
then
too.
I'll take a break from the game and I'll come back and I'll
Yeah, and I'll take a break from the game when they add fucking claymores or great swords, then I'll be back. If I get great swords in Space Marine 2 before Path of Exiles, it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be so bad.
be super excited to play it again. The problem is that like people assume that these live service games have to have constant attention and constant development, which is impossible to maintain.
Us Online after closing Bluepoint for not delivering their God of War live service, after shutting down Dark Outlaw Games before it even teased a single project, and of course now gutting Bungie. Quite a question. Good news though is I do have some answers. First, we need to check in on the absolute carnage at Bungie. 292 people. That is how many were just laid off from Bungie's Bellevue headquarters alone. And that's per the legally required warn notice, and this is for cuts that will be taking effect by July 9th. And to be clear, that isn't everyone.
In 2 days.
The
4 days
contractors and the out-of-state and international staff, and the real number will climb quite substantially.
Damn.
Now, when Destiny 2 ended service, Bloomberg sources reported that this was coming. Paul Tassi also alleged that 40 to 55% of the studio was in Sony's crosshairs. The reduction in force, as a passive voice-laden social media post called it, came basically down to this. Bungie leadership knew Destiny 2 had disappointed audiences.
No shit.
With no new project, they had to reorganize.
They had to disappoint them more with Marathon? I feel like if you think Bungie sucks and like Destiny sucks, then why would you go and do Marathon too?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
And it's grimly funny
Yeah,
when you
it's-
read through a
it's
statement
nonsense.
like the way that they had to reorganize
People
Bungie.
Retards.
What you see is that no one really takes responsibility.
Oh,
No.
what a surprise.
But if we want a better
It's
picture
the
of
gamers.
things, I think we shouldn't be looking at what Herman says. We should be taking a look at staff reports. And from staff reports, we know that entire teams have been gutted. Everyone who built Destiny Cinematics is gone. Their industry-leading raids and dungeons team are gone. And more still went from the support team at SIE. And those SIE people are likely
Sad.
the ex-Bungie staff that PlayStation pulled into its own operations back in late 2024, where they were
I wonder if the
basically brought in
Hawk
to
Karens
support
are out.
service stuff.
The Hasher.
Castle reports that things are such a mess that actually the contractors who were meant to ship Destiny 2's last hotfix, that they may have actually been cut. Thus,
You cut the contractors that were supposed to hotfix?
impacting
Damn.
the hotfixes.
Oh
but
my
it does
God.
make sense, because the people in charge of
God.
Bungie aren't in a better state. And
That's
if you
awful.
read
Oh.
the warn notice, you see it's a decapitation. Title after title marked senior and up across the line.
By the way, thank God. Thank God
Yeah,
we
the
have
fucking
directors
corpos.
of development, senior producers. Like, I hate seeing the low-level guys get the axe for the decisions that these people make.
Yeah, it's them.
Yeah, you need to get rid of the leadership because fundamentally, like, Marathon plays very well. Destiny, I've never played Destiny, but
Plays
the way
well, it
looks
plays well.
is that it plays very well.
It does.
So, like, whenever you're looking at a game that plays extremely well, and like, you know, again, I think that they executed the vision.
The direction
it's
is
just
the
that
problem.
The vision was stupid.
Wider Bungie organization
Yeah, this is a good
and
thing.
even Marathon. Co-founder Jason Jones.
Wait a minute. Wait a little bit more. Senior art producer. That's crazy. Do you remember him with the salute?
Marathon. Co-founder
That's
Jason
bad.
Jones is out as chief vision officer.
All leadership needs to go.
Spotted by
True.
the Games Post.
So
Though, of
true.
course, some will likely
Leadership
push
tells them
him
what
by
to do.
their
They
stock
don't come with
payments
ideas
for
from home.
vesting. Of course, those are the payments vesting from the sale of Bungie to PlayStation. But even with that, it still is a massive loss of talent and experience at the studio. Jason
Yeah,
Schreier
especially if you wanna
reported
do
that studio
Destiny
head
3.
Justin
I mean, is it
Freeman
really talent if they've torpedoed two different brands? Like, I mean, I
Well,
think
they
this
still
idea
made
that,
Destiny
this
2.
Institutional knowledge is true in some cases, but it's not always necessary. Look at Expedition 33. There's tons of people that are just like random guys that make really great video games. This idea that you have, like, it's more credentialism, where it's like, oh no, we actually need all these people that have these, you know, arbitrary pieces of criteria that assign them to this value system.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's bullshit.
Yep.
If you want to make a good game, you can make a good game. And
With
I think that very
unqualified
clearly the
people.
that were working in those roles, they obviously didn't do their job because they have two failing franchises. Even Destiny 2 was a failing franchise. It
Yeah.
was. Like, I mean, you know,
It was on a
people
dying
are
leg.
positive about it, but that's mainly in the context of Marathon. Before this, how many videos have we watched about Destiny 2 dying too?
stepping down. and he was only appointed
Expedition
last
33
August
isn't even that
whenever
good.
Pete
Yeah, it
Parsons
is.
quit.
Yeah, it is.
Tassi suggests that his replacement
Yeah, Destiny,
is Ilya Torkan, a
Expedition
former VP of
33 is a
operations
good
and 10-year Bungie vet.
single-player
Good luck to them, I
experience, but
suppose. But going back to Truman, well,
you need a lot
Truman's
more
last 9 months in
if
the
you want to
office
do
Yeah.
live service.
They've more been about delivering the death of Destiny 2
Apples and oranges
overseeing
doesn't
the stripping of the
compare
studio.
very well.
Given that grim job,
Yep.
it does make sense.
Grim
that he
job.
quit, especially because he wasn't doing it alone. If you take a look at your screen right now, you can see the full statement, but I'll save you the reading. Their statement boils down to 4 words. A reduction was necessary. How
Yeah,
much of this round of
because you
layoffs
lost a lot
was
of money.
PlayStation's decision? And why would PlayStation gut Bungie, people with live service experience, whenever they also want to revitalize the market for live service?
That's
In
bullshit.
hindsight,
Because what they say in interviews is
They want
necessarily
Genshin
what they do.
again.
That's
Minimal
the reason
effort,
why.
tons of money.
And also because it's very clear that with 2 live service video games, Bungie clearly isn't equipped to run a live service game. If you failed twice, why would they want to pay you to do it a 3rd time? And also, like, even if you want to take another risk on them, you have to hedge your bets. So, like, whenever you're losing, let's say, like, $20 million a month on Bungie, well, maybe you can afford to lose $10 million a month, but not 20. So, like, at a certain
put a
point,
stop to
you
it.
have to be like, okay, well, let's try to reduce our costs here a little bit because it's clearly not working.
And the costs are
Pete
insane in the
Parsons
West.
leaving last August was kind of the watershed moment for Bungie leadership. With
I don't know why.
expansion missing sales targets,
I know why,
and
but I don't
another
wanna
hand
say
in
it.
the same way, PlayStation simply stopped letting Bungie limp on under their own steam.
Exactly,
Sony
yeah.
moved in, and they decided what came next at a studio that, until recently, had ran itself. This was all in the works from the start of
This is what Microsoft needs to do to Halo Studios, by the way. Microsoft needs to do the exact same thing, and they're doing it. Like, it's crazy that you can take the 2 biggest franchises that sold Xboxes, Halo and Gears, and just totally mismanage them for the better part of a decade. And, like, E-Day looks like it's going to be really good, right? It does. Like, we
And then you
haven't played it
wonder
yet,
why
we
you're
know.
gutted.
And Halo has just been languishing.
And this trailer, this is
Like,
garbage.
what's happening? Then
This
I've
is
been
not
making
a
Halo
mod trailer.
MMO? Oh, right.
Not even close. And this Merc is
That's
pretty
Now, in
good.
one way, keeping Bungie active
Struggling.
at all is a bit of a show of faith in the staff who are left. They'll
Yeah.
seemingly be allowed to build new projects
died after
whilst
Reach.
keeping
I agree.
Marathon running. But in another sense, it is far too little, far too late. Bungie's ex-leadership aren't paying the price for their poor choices, or for PlayStation's hands-off attitude that let all of this fester. Of course, the Bungie leadership's leverage has been, say, threat of legal action, the sort of thing that's kept them employed.
I wonder if
until
Intergalactic will
long
ever
enough
see the
for
light
their
of day. I don't
stock
think so.
options to vest. Remember, they're not the people who
Yeah,
really
fuck.
built these games, who maybe tried to build, say, the playful community building prototypes and pitches that have been going around the internet lately. Even the Destiny dating sim looks fun.
Lol.
I
What the fuck?
Same thing, and they're doing it. Like, it's crazy that you can take the 2 biggest franchises that sold Xboxes, Halo and Gears, and just totally mismanage them for the better part of a decade. And, like, E-Day looks like it's going to be really good, right? It does.
I don't
We
know.
haven't played it yet. We don't know. And Halo has just been languishing. Like, what's happening?
Kinda stuck here.
They might be making a Halo MMO? Oh, right.
Yeah. Like, it's so easy to make
Now, in one
MMOs.
way, keeping Bungie active at all is a bit of a show of faith in the staff who are left. They'll
Yeah.
seemingly be allowed to build new projects
died after
whilst
Reach.
keeping
I agree.
Marathon running. But in another sense, it is far too little, far too late. Bungie's ex-leadership aren't paying the price for their poor choices, or for PlayStation's hands-off attitude that let all of this fester. Of course, the Bungie leadership's leverage has been,
PlayStation's
say,
decisions are
legal
so
action, the sort of thing
direct
that's
and
kept them
stupid.
employed
Just spending a lot of money and
it's
then
long enough for
gutting
stock
people
options
for
to
the
vest. Remember,
the
they're
mistakes
not
they
the
make
people
because they
who
can't
really
afford
built these games,
uh,
who maybe tried
to
build,
continue
say,
these
playful
mistakes.
community building prototypes and pitches that have
Oof.
been going around
Yeah,
the
this
internet
trailer is
lately.
garbage, bro. Look at those
Destiny dating
wheels,
sim
bro.
looks
What
fun.
the
I've seen
fuck?
some people get real thirsty for
What
it,
the
though
fuck
I
are those
imagine most of
wheels?
those things were a bit more
No
serious.
way.
And
Yeah,
ultimately,
I
it's
would
the
assume
staff who've
so.
been failed badly enough to, you know, lose their jobs, who are the people actually suffering here. But what about the things that are left? We do have Hulst's line about, quote, resource needs, and role within our broader portfolio strategy.
Some
We know
Indians.
from reports that Fair Games has been in
$5
trouble
a
for years,
month.
with leadership leaving and then Insider Gaming reporting that
This was a game, dude, this was absolutely like a BLM era, COVID era game. And like, people just aren't buying that shit anymore.
Nope.
It's not, it's just, it's over. I'm sorry, it's over, it's been over. Nobody is interested in this kind of content anymore. Like, if this game comes out, it is going to be such a colossal failure.
playtests, quote, can't find the fun, which is a bit of a problem when you're making a game. Consider
I always said it, if you want to have success as a gaming studio, you should hire highly skilled gamers
designers who,
that
even though
if
there
they
have
get
been
addicted to
problems
your
with the
game, then you're pretty
ultimately
much on the
did
good
set the
on the
bar
good
for
side
how
of
a
it.
game feels to play. That Bungie gunplay is goddamn amazing. Keeping up.
Even the Marathon gunplay was good. Like, the actual nuts and bolts of Marathon were very well executed. Like, in my opinion, I think that, like, there are a lot of games that have bad nuts and bolts, but they're good gameplay. But Marathon was a game that had bad gameplay, but good nuts and bolts. It played on a very fundamental level extremely well. It's kind of like retail WoW, where it's like, take away, distill down, cut away all of the content in the game, and just like, how does this game play on a very
I don't
base
think you
level?
can make it through that water.
Retail WoW and World of Warcraft fundamentally plays extremely well. It's the same as Overwatch. It's just that you might not like what's actually being done. Now, an
What's
exception
happening,
to
yeah.
that with Blizzard is Diablo 4. I think Diablo 4 is just a bad game
Yeah, it's garbage.
up and down. Like, it's a bad.
It's
the
it's
gameplay
good,
is bad,
but
the
it's
design
not
is bad,
at the level
nuts,
of
like,
Diablo
the way that you move your character in that game
Yeah.
is bad.
compared to PoE. Yeah.
Just very on like its very most fundamental, minute level, like your character getting stuck in corners,
Yeah.
the way that it interacts with hitboxes of other characters. It's just a bad game. It is
Yes.
a bad game with every single
I
element.
tried to play it,
but
I can't.
Destiny, sorry, Marathon is not a bad game at every element. They fixed a lot. I played it the recent patch. It was trash.
All of those people
Compared to
would
PoE
have
2,
been
it's not even
logistical
close.
chaos.
No, it's
you know,
not close.
finding work for everyone to do, managing all of that,
the
and
fuck?
it sure would have been expensive in
Nope.
terms of the old monthly burn rate. But surely
I
that
won't make
beats
it.
the alternative, which has essentially just been losing that talent for good. Whatever Bungie tries to build next, and whatever PlayStation greenlights, it will be weaker for all of these losses. And then there's the wider PlayStation Live service strategy, which suffers, which will be trusted less now. Or, and this is the turn in this video that I forecasted earlier, the old strategy would have suffered a lot. But the old strategy is just that, the old one. We've been a little dishonest, but hey, it's for the sake of storytelling. You see, we didn't give you everything from the Nishino interview earlier. And that's because when you see what he spends most of his answer on, it explains exactly what he means by revitalizing live service. Remember, he framed first-party and third-party content as the way to revitalize the market. And to do that, he points to two specific
let's
games.
go this way.
Those are Genshin Impact
Get-
and Marvel Tokyo
Oh my
Fighting
fucking god! I
Swords.
knew it.
Genshin
Lazy
It's so
motherfuckers. Lazy motherfuckers. Genshin Impact. What the fuck of a game is that? A phone game for
great.
PlayStation?
So
Oh my god.
now you're gonna buy a fucking $700 PlayStation so you can play Genshin Impact on it.
Yeah, you can play gacha
Oh
games on
my
it. So you can
God.
spend another $700 on your waifu.
It's so over.
Oh
How do they know
my
how do
God.
they not know their audience? They do. The reality is that the PlayStation games, so this is what they're trying to do. Is
Milk
they're trying to
gacha.
tap into the massive, because like all of the really big live service video games are made by different developers. Like Fortnite's made by Epic, Roblox is made by its own studio, World of Warcraft is made by Blizzard, Marvel Rivals is made by like NetEase or something. Like, let me think besides that, Genshin's made by Hoyoverse.
Yeah, they're gonna make a new
All the
one.
big live service games
Titties
are
and
very
thighs
similar.
sell.
And I
Fuck
think that's
God of
really it.
Laundry.
And so, like, if you want to tap into live service games, you can't look at just kind of.
You can't
I'm going
goon
to
it.
make a bunch of my own live service games because that's just not how the ecosystem exists. Yeah, Warframe, and again, yeah, I could do Warframe, Wuthering Waves, Path of Exile. Yeah, all of these games. What I'm saying is that, like, live service video
cheap,
games, it's like, I don't know, it's like the Spartans
cheap
in the
live
300,
service.
right? Like, oh, what are all your
Zero
jobs? Like, I'm a
maintenance live
painter, I'm
service.
a fucking, you know, a carpenter or something like that. What are the Spartans' jobs? They're just warriors. And that's the reason why I think those companies are successful, is that they make one product, they are devoted specifically to that one individual product, and that is the main thing they deliver. And I think that's the reason.
So you're gonna
why they're
spend
successful.
$1,100
That's
to
why you see
play
so many
GTA
companies
6 at
that make
30
live service video
FPS,
games
but
are
don't
just
worry
making that
because
one
you
game.
can play Genshin
It
Impact.
was, of course, a PlayStation
Oh my God.
exclusive for 4 years. And Xbox reportedly missed out
So
on the
funny.
deal there. But it's a perfect example of a live service that works for PlayStation.
país.
PlayStation collects 30% of all revenue generated in the game
Oh my
on their
God.
platform. And that, of course,
Yeah, no
includes
wonder they want
payments in return for in-game currency in free live service games. In the interview,
Jesus.
Nishino talks about running a
Jesus.
promotion for 10% more in-game currency if you bought it on a new PS5.
Oh
And I think
my
that's just a
God.
perfect example of why it's so good for Sony.
my
Think about
God.
it, right?
It's all
No
money.
game development costs, no
Everything,
game
dude.
development salary.
Everything is sports betting, anime waifu, goon baiting,
Goon.
gambling, fucking
We need to
gacha
goon.
games. Like, what is going on, man? It's so sad to see. And the thing is,
Gooner.
like, by the way, guys, everything's casino. Yeah.
We need to goon
it's-
more.
It's not really like this. There are a lot of really good video games out there right now, and I don't think that you should lose hope. But it
Stellar
is
Blade 2,
really
for instance.
disconcerting.
It's a
disappointing
gacha
to see
company
all
that
these
made a
big
good single
companies
player, so
chasing trends that just
Hoyoverse
have so
should
many
do that.
consumer unfriendly practices involved with them. It really is. I don't like it.
To pay, just keeping the
Going the wrong way.
integration working and the game
Yup.
supported. It's basically
Pokemon
free money,
TCG,
unlike any of that money you would have got from Destiny, because you have to spend a lot of money to get that money.
Yeah, they
Very
can just
much not
capitalize
the
on
case in something like Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
That philosophy pays off with
I knew it. I
Which is, I think,
fucking
by-
knew it.
okay.
on as well. It's
Which is, by the way, the.
I remember.
think that's
I
also
remember
the
it
goal
was
of
only on
Xbox, is to be a
PlayStation at some
platform.
point.
next PlayStation Live Service game. And Nishino is 100% wearing his marketing hat here rather than talking about the further out things like, say, Fair Games or Horizon Hunters Gathering. That's,
Don't care.
I think
Oh,
most
woke,
of us kind of presume
woke
are a bit
monster
doomed. But there is
Woke.
one a second piece, and that is
Yeah, it's
how
woke
the
on
system
that.
works. And
The
very well
diabetes
because they're
fat
privately
chick.
Start playing
held,
Monster
they
Hunter again soon.
Make Marvel took on
Yeah, we're gonna get
And they're not
into
owned by
the
Sony.
expansion.
That means that Sony
I don't know why they're putting so much effort and time into this game. Nobody's gonna play this game, like not in like a really big way. I think that like the moment that you have more than 2 characters on the screen with a fighting game, you've already lost. We've already seen this fail with not Marvel Rivals, excuse me, with 2XKO, and it's also failed with Mortal Kombat. Like I don't think it's straight up wrong. Okay, like it's gonna be big.
No, it's not.
Okay, I don't think it's I don't think it's gonna be there's I think it's gonna be number 3 at best. It's
Yeah.
gonna be Street Fighter, Tekken, and then maybe this.
No. Guilty Gear.
That's it. Right? Like I'm not seeing it happen. That's that's good? You think that's good? Is that enough though? Is that enough for it to be like a flagship title?
No. No way.
I don't know, man.
Hoyoverse will make that new fucking gacha game
Doesn't
that
have to
looks
pay those
very
salaries,
good.
doesn't
Yeah, we'll
have to
find
pay
out.
those
And they make-
promotions.
they're gonna make a lot of
pay
money.
Money to that company to develop the game, and the company will pay for all of those things. But for Sony, it's pretty great. They just get to be a publisher who contracts
see us
out
beating Mortal
an
Kombat?
outside team to make
I
a
was in
game
best
that
case
suits
scenario.
their historical strengths. It's fantastically risk limited for them because if the whole thing goes foobar, they can cut it off. And the bag they're left holding is a lot cheaper.
Just sell some
than,
waifu
say,
titi, anime
and
wife
it's
titi,
exactly
anime
what they
and
did with
wife
their biggest
asses
live
and
service
thighs.
success, Helldivers 2.
A bit of
Arrowhead's
combat
not
like
so
Wuthering
beyond,
Waves, and there you go.
Arrowhead was just
You don't have to
a-
bother
I think
with
also,
balancing the
like,
fucking
I'm glad you
game.
brought that up because I think that Sony poisoned the well with live service by trying to Trojan horse in the like signing up and using the Sony system. I think that people don't want to, like, if I have to log in twice to do something, I'm already like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking, this is, dude.
Yeah, it's annoying.
why? And I think that's definitely, like, there are going to be people that remember that in 5 years. The PSN thing, they did it again. They're trying to do it with Tokon too. Yeah, but like the difference is that like if you start with that, I think it's like, okay, you're probably gonna have a less, you know, you're gonna maybe have fewer people that use it. But it's not the bait and switch. I think people with Helldivers got mad about the bait and switch. Like, okay, well now you can't do this anymore.
Contract. And doing it that way strips out so much.
I think that's
risk
that's the way I feel.
Side. Tokon can bomb, and yes, it will affect badly in PlayStation, but all they lose is their investment. There's no ongoing stock vesting, no severance, none of the bad press from laying off all those staff, and if it pays off, they win anyway. Through, of course, the sales and the ongoing cut. And so this focus, as
Yeah, I'm a sucker for gooning, so I'm gonna buy Oil versus game
of what a new
and everything
strategy.
Kuro Games does.
And it's very
I trust in Kuro Games much more than in
holding
Oilverse.
to the principle that
Oilverse just can't. They can't make good, long-lasting combat. It gets old fast.
PlayStation cuts investment, then so will players. But based on this interview, what they're going to do is just mitigate risk. There will be platform.
Oh, fuck me! Don't tell me I need to. Oh my god.
Of course, outside developers to limit their costs. In-house live services aren't dead yet. Guerrilla's
I need to bring a
Horizon
fucking.
and Fair Games are still going as is Marathon. But as PlayStation wrecked
Where is it?
with years
Come on.
I can't see how like you look at this gameplay. This looks like such shit. Like, how would anybody want to play this? Like, I get that, like, okay, well, maybe it plays way better, but it just looks like trash. Like, it's like there's not even, like, a definitive good art style to it, even. Like, it's not the Horizon art style. It's not, like, a cell-shaded art style. It's not an...
And Horizon art style isn't that great, by the way.
It's
It looks
like
like
this
crap.
amalgamation of the three, and it just sucks.
Yeah, people that made it suck.
just looks bad,
They
bro.
they
Like,
try to be cool, like 45-year-old Karens eating with sticks and thinking they're samurais or something.
haven't paid off, exemplified
Stupid.
by
The fuck
first
hires these
promises that
trash
the
cans?
leadership made to PlayStation, how they very much didn't come
like
true.
Fortnite,
While the
yeah.
skullduggery may have been done by Bungie leadership, it is, and we must always remember, the staff who are paying the price here. And that matters to you, because the Destiny team spent over a decade running one of the biggest live services on the planet. That means that they learned the most important and hardest type of lesson. Real ones that were painful because they were goddamn expensive. And that's the type of lesson that someone actually learns from in a way that sticks. Because the stakes were real. The success was real. The failure was real. That's the experience PlayStation's live service future actually needs to be successful, and it's the experience they just cut loose. Because PlayStation won't carry a single cost it doesn't have to, even if doing so may sabotage their future.
I think that's what's happening with a lot of studios, is that a lot of studios are just simply unwilling to take on risks now because of how costly they are. Like, you have these video games that cost like $300 million to make, and it's like, okay, well, this game has to be like a blockbuster level success in order for
You
it
don't know
to
that.
do well.
That's why you need gamers
I don't see
in
a
the
world where that
studio.
works, man. I don't
Why would
know.
I have
So,
a
like,
Karen
some
that
Japanese
doesn't
run
even
company,
play
Bungie,
games?
American run company? Well, the problem, I don't think it's not because
have
of, like,
opinions
a
about this
language
product?
barrier or like a culture barrier. I think the reality is that Bungie just hasn't delivered good products.
Nope.
Like, for however popular people think Destiny is now, you can't deny that Destiny has massively failed, and we've had tons of videos talking about Destiny failing for like the better part of a year now. Like, even like, I think that one of their most recent expansions wasn't really, you know, didn't have very high retention either. So I think that what happens now is that you're going to have more of these larger publishers that are going to be competing for creating hardware rather than being software ecosystems. Because they're competing for third-party software, things like Genshin Impact and things like, I don't know, Wuthering Waves or whatever these other, like Roblox or Fortnite, right? These are third-party games, really. So, like, they're actually just competing for the same people using different hardware. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Good job.
That's tomorrow's problem. The market's responding to today. As if to validate that closing statement that they won't carry a cost, they don't have to. Well, they've killed physical discs. Actually killed them. And you can learn about it in Spring next.
It's getting a lot worse too. Yeah, and why do you think Microsoft let Bungie go? No, I thought Bungie bought themselves out because Microsoft kept making them want to do Halo, and they didn't want to do that. That's what I remember, but like I could be wrong about that. Can you explain how this plague was pushed into gaming? Also, why didn't the companies refuse the woke propaganda if it was going to hurt their sales? Surely they did. Surely they knew we did. So the reason why, so let me explain the reason why, is that the
Toxic positivity.
Why, again, the easy one is like the woke stuff, right? I can easily explain that. It's because it was culturally relevant and people weren't able to say no to it because there was a culture around toxic positivity and
Oh my
accepting
God.
that type of behavior. And that
It's so
ideology.
fucking annoying it because
So, like,
I'm right.
Do you really want to be the white guy who tells people that the
Yeah, you're gonna get
actual
fired.
race protagonist shouldn't be a black female?
No.
No, because that's racist. You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, you're gonna get
So
fired.
basically, you
And
have
now
a
we have
culture of
hell enough
toxic
food stamps.
positivity because people didn't want to put their jobs
You know
at
they
risk
say.
by trying to throw a
Jesus.
wet blanket over some feminist slop fantasy. So that's definitely number one, and I think that's why the woke stuff happened. But I think that for a larger market, video games started because video games are such a big industry, right? They're a bigger industry than movies and music put together.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people that get involved with video games that don't actually care about them. They don't actually give a shit about video games. What they do give a shit about is they care about,
Money.
making money. And so now you have people.
Oh
that
my
are
God, I'm gonna
focused
get
on
on
making
video. I'm gonna
money
get.
and trying to maximize profits.
I'm gonna
that
get
are
in video
involved in
games,
creative
y'all.
endeavor.
Gonna make
And
millions.
Whenever you have people
Hey,
that
nobody's
have
buying.
a profit incentive and they don't have an artistic incentive, you have a huge problem and a massive disconnect.
Yep.
And I think that's what really has happened is that
No fucking
you
way.
have people that are from the top down. They don't with Steve Jobs speech. Yeah, basically, right? I mean, like you don't have somebody like Steve Jobs. It's a product person. You have a marketing person. You have a sales person. You have a accounting person. You have a person who's able to, because basically what Steve Jobs said is that at the beginning part of a company and the growth stage of a company, the people that really rise to the top are the ones that innovate on products. But then
And
once
they're
your
passionate
products
about it.
reach market saturation and the company reaches maturity, then instead of having product people taking the reins, you have marketing people and sales people taking the reins because they're the ones that are at that time providing the biggest benefit to the company in terms of the value that they create. But the problem is that you have a inversion of what the value system of the company is. The company is not built around marketing. The company is not built around sales. It's built around products. So it's like this weird catch-22 where like you need products and sales, and it's important to do that, but products and sales won't matter if you don't have the products itself in order to underpin that. And I think that's basically what he was saying. I think it's true. I agree with your end goals and your response to my tweet, by the way. Oh, this is the viewer. I read your tweet earlier. My only point was the companies are more involved in pushing things. That way the consumer is less to blame for taking the path of least resistance and favoring digital sales.
Oh,
Well, I think that
you
it's,
turn
like,
it.
that's what I was saying about it being everybody's fault with like physical media receding. Yeah, I recognize your name. You're the person who made that tweet about me. So the reason why I disagree, like, so I see what you're saying. And I think that companies do want to shift to making things digital. And I think that also but the reason why companies want to shift to making things digital is because we don't have consumer protection laws that will give us more privileges with digital media. And so that's, I think, the biggest weakness that digital media has right now is it's the same problem as in the metaverse. I think the reason why a lot of companies want to have metaverses is because that's an environment where they can have a monopoly in it. That's an environment where they can do whatever they want. This is an unregulated market that if it becomes large enough, they can effectively become God over. And so that's effectively what's happening with licensing. Like basically, if you have a tug of war between like the consumer and
Shield
the company,
repair supplies.
the
Wow.
tug of war, the consumer is winning with physical media a lot more than they're winning with digital media. But what my opinion is that the tug of war should not be happening at all. The actual reality should be the individuals should be keeping the government accountable to keep the companies accountable. That's the main issue. They're beating us to the punch. Well, that's why they want NFTs, right? They want all that kind of stuff so they can monetize transactions and stuff like that. So should licenses for games cost less than buying the product? Well, I think I definitely agree on that. Sony's wanted more control of their ecosystem for a long time. They've did crazy announcements over the past week to show their intentions. Well, I think that very clearly. So I don't agree with you about Sony like wanting to control their ecosystem. Now I do, but I think that in the last 3 years they've clearly had two different philosophies. Because historically you're accurate, and then for like 2 years Sony switched their script. And I think it was mainly because of Helldivers. Helldivers was very successful, and because of Helldivers' success, Sony decided to take more games to third-party markets. And I think that was successful, but maybe it reduced the amount of console sales, maybe it reduced the amount of like exclusive game sales or something like that. And so now Sony is pulling back on the like third-party releases, and which is, I think, good. Like, by the way, like game exclusive, like console exclusives are not good for anybody. Like, it's not like
I want to play Astral Chain, but it's on Switch.
If I could play Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on a Switch, we would be living in a better world if I could play Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on a PC. PS5. And we'd also be living in a better world if I could play Saros on a I can play it on PS5, on a PC or on a Switch. So
I don't want to play Saros.
There is no actual value
Fucking
that
trash.
console exclusivity or platform exclusivity provides to the user. Like, there's literally zero. The only people that think that are like people that are like they think that they're like Sony's on their side or something like that.
No,
right?
it's not. Sony's on the money
users.
side.
So yeah, I hate console exclusivity in general. Console exclusives work though. First-party exclusives make sense. Third-party doesn't. Well, like they do.
Yeah,
like, I'm not.
PlayStation doesn't have any exclusives on the top 15
I'm
games.
arguing about the.
I think Gran Turismo 7 is like at the 18th most played game on PlayStation, so it doesn't matter.
I don't give a fuck about your first-party exclusives. And by the way, all of the greatest games that have been made in the last 5 years, almost none of them are first-party exclusive games. Whether it is Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, Expedition 33, none of these video games, or even smaller games like Silksong or Megabonk, none of these video games were made on first party. And Tears of the Kingdom is an exception. You're right. That's right. That was a very successful game. But besides that, everything else I would say is the same.
I want to play Astral Chain.
And Tears of the Kingdom, Ragnarok, I know. And I'm not saying that, like, but again, just because Astrobot just because it won Game of the Year doesn't mean it was massively successful.
Or great. Sucks.
And I'm gonna take a break for the.
Not for me.
I'm gonna take a break. I might play a game for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes to show you guys where I've been at. But like otherwise, I'm gonna take a break, so I'm pretty much just gonna chill from now on. But let me link you guys the video before I do that, and make sure to give it a like. I love Bellior, and I've supported this content for.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So,
very cool guy. Very smart.
Do that.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike.
The chapter.
And in this solo video, I want to take you
I love how BBC is trying to get ground in YouTube with their crap. They can suck my dick, piece of shit.
This video will be like a warning, or you can keep an eye out for
So they can push their Islamic propaganda on us. Fuck off.
I will leave that up to you.
Everybody should be jailed that facilitated Islamic monkeys to rape. Piece of shit.
Settle in. Let's give it a go.
God, I fucking hate them. I can't stand the fact that they get married with children and they rape and
So,
they're such.
Well, I wouldn't say actually any of the
They don't have no
disappearances
place
this
in
video
Europe.
have
They have no
good
place in UK. They have no place in
explanations,
USA.
but let's start with the ones that
Just
are
fuck off.
semi-explainable. We'll do it iceberg style again before getting to some of the darkest and creepiest disappearances. And I really mean it. Though in this one, we're pretty much just diving straight into the deep end.
Shouldn't have done that.
Hannah up. So here's something very odd. A woman who disappeared 3 times.
I like this guy's voice.
In September,
Even if he always tells me something horrible, but you know, this is what people do. People are not nice. Whoever tells you that there is good in everyone doesn't know too many people. They don't know too much. They just know their
But Hannah didn't
close
think
people
far. She
and
did not want
they
to
think
walk
that
in.
everybody's the
In
same.
her apartment, her wallet, passport, her phone, just no sign as to where she could have gone, and no indication as to why she hadn't shown up at work. Then, almost 2 weeks later, she was spotted on
Is the
CCTV
victim.
at an Apple store in Midtown Manhattan. She was seen walking in, opening her Gmail, and then leaving.
Authorities in New York say a teacher who disappeared just before the first day of school has
Not
been
the best trailer.
spotted. 23-year-old Hannah Up
But it has
disappeared
gas.
August 29th, just
And it
days
has a
before
platform, so
classes
you
were
can
set to begin.
put cars on it.
Police have been looking for her ever
Not bad.
since.
The disappearance of Hannah was everywhere. So as she was actually walking in to this Apple store, someone said, "Hey, you're not, seen your picture in the news? Are you that missing teacher?" Hannah, no, it's not me. Don't worry about it. Tracking that sighting led nowhere. Then over the next week, she was spotted again and again around Manhattan at a Starbucks, a sports bar. But every time people tried to chase down a lead, she swiftly disappeared into the bustling streets once again. Then,
Seems
almost
I don't
3
need the
weeks after
Toyota
she
here.
was reported missing, she was spotted bobbing
Yet.
in the water, face down near the Statue of Liberty. She was spotted by the captain of the Staten Island ferry. She was swiftly rescued and she was alive, like by a miracle. How the hell she survived there in the water? How long she was there for? She was there face
I think
down.
I can.
Incredible. She survived.
Can
and
I
she was taken
squeeze?
to the hospital. And then she made a full recovery. She had no recollection of where she'd been for the past 3 weeks. She didn't even know one of the first things she said was, "Oh hey, I can't wait to start school tomorrow." Not realizing almost a month. That was a month ago. She was questioned, and the last thing she remembered was going for a run, and that was it. She underwent tests, and doctors could find no neurological reason for what had happened. So that was kind of it. She went back to school, and
I don't know if I can
weird, but we're kind
squeeze a
of
trailer
hoping
through
it doesn't
this.
happen again. It did.
I don't think so.
4 years later. This time, Hannah was working at a Montessori in Maryland, and like the previous time, first day of class, she was a no-show. Her purse, wallet, and phone were found on a wooded path, and a search of the nearby woods revealed nothing, and it was determined that she hadn't slept in her apartment for a few days, and no one had spoken to her. It was the day after she was reported missing that her mother received a call from an unknown number. It was Hannah. She had recollected herself. She was in a dirty creek about a mile from the school. She had wandered and asked to borrow somebody's phone. Like the first time, she had no idea what had happened. That's twice she entered some kind of fugue state and only was able to recover herself after being near entering water. After that, she went back to work and she seemed once again fine. But as you can imagine, everybody was worried about her. They talked about putting an ankle monitor on her in case it happened again, which it did for the final time.
Oh, poor thing.
In 2013, Hannah accepted a position at a school in St. Thomas, US Virgin Islands. Nice, then all Caribbean way. She was living there, she was teaching. She was there for about 4 years, living on the quieter side of the island, and she was having a great time there. She was loving life. It's in paradise. On September 6th, 2017, Hurricane Irma hit the island, an extremely powerful hurricane that caused widespread destruction. She and her roommates, they huddled up, they waited and stuff. They survived unscathed, while the island itself was decimated. Hannah was there. She texted her friends that she was safe, but said the island was unrecognizable. Then, 6 days later, Hannah went to the house of her ex-boyfriend, presumably just to see if he was okay. He was gone. He had left a note saying he'd gone to the harbor because another hurricane was bearing down on St. Thomas. All these ships were trying to take as many people off the islands to safety as they could. Her ex-boyfriend was like, Hannah, come. Hannah said no. She was gonna weather the storm. She was gonna wait it out. She was gonna hunker down. And that was when Hannah started acting strange again. For example, the following day she was at school, helping prepare for what was coming. But other people said she was acting like a robot. Like giving one-word answers, that sort of thing. Not talking, staring off into space, like she just wasn't there. Her roommates were all trying to get off the island.
Drugs?
But not Hannah.
Could be
Then,
drugs.
once again, she told her friends one morning, going into work, going into school, she got into her car, they see her drive off. She never arrived at the school. It was at exactly the same time of year as her previous 2 disappearances. And knowing how they found her previously, they went to check near water. Water would somehow revive her from these fugue states she went into. In fact, they went to her favorite beach and they found her stuff there at a bar at the beach. Her purse, phone, wallet, all that sort of stuff. Employees at this beach bar said they found them in the sand on the beach and they recovered them, hoping somebody would come back. Her car was also at the same beach. They went out looking, but the hurricane, second hurricane, was fast approaching. They didn't find it. The hurricane hit, destruction again, and Hannah is still missing. Likely, if she drowned, her body would float to the surface, but they never found her before or after the storm. They checked shelters, abandoned buildings, hospitals.
Consuming.
But still, to this day,
Why doesn't it turn off when I
became
switch?
of Hannah Buck.
Ooh, that's
Philip's
right.
family disappearance.
That feels good.
Now for what may be one of the crazier stories in this video, because this is a family that went missing not once, but twice, are still missing to this day. And
Oh
one of
my
the
God,
strangest
poor
things
people.
is that just a couple of months ago, they may have been involved in a bank robbery. So in New Zealand, 2021 is when this story begins. A man named Thomas Phillips, 36 years of age, was living in Otorohango with his 3 children, Jade, 10, Maverick, 8, and Ember, 7.
I've
Thomas
8.
had divorced
Ah,
his wife
it's
a
the number
number
of,
years
okay.
Previously,
Counting
it seemed
them.
like Thomas had full custody of their 3 children, and he lived with them in like a family farm. They had this big family farm. kind of like a little
Everyone,
bit
he,
out of town.
trati.
A place they had lived for like 4 generations. They were well known. The Phillips family were well known
That's
in
what
the
they
local
found there.
area. Now Thomas, real outdoorsman. He loved camping, hunting, all that sort of stuff. He was very experienced
Smoking and
in the
dancing.
bush. But on September 11th, 2021, Thomas and the kids vanished.
Search and rescue operation continues for a father and his 3 children on the rugged west coast of the North Island.
Remote Kiritaheri Beach is where Thomas Phillips' ute was found on Sunday. The vehicle was swamped with seawater, but there was no sign of him or his 3 young children.
When the car was located, waves were crashing into it. At that point, members of the community went and retrieved the car and then notified family.
The family was last seen 6 kilometres away on Saturday in the small town of Marakopa, where Thomas Phillips grew up.
His car was found on a beach, seemingly abandoned. And when authorities, family, you know it, were all alerted, the fear was that the entire family, Thomas and his children, had been swept out to sea. The waters were very rough that day when it's believed they had been there. Freak accident, they all maybe gone for a swim, a rogue wave had took the 3 of them out,
Not
never
that
to
bad.
be seen again. Now a major search was done, hundreds of locals and volunteers, but nothing. They couldn't find any sightings of them. And the search was eventually suspended after 12 days.
No way.
Then, 5 days after the search was suspended, so they haven't been seen for 17 days now, guess who walks into the Phillips family farm? Tom and the 3 children, a big shit-eating grin on Tom's face, not a bother on him.
5 days ago, the search was suspended, fearing the worst. Then today, they walked back home into the arms of overjoyed relatives.
It's all good. Bring the babies out.
They were all safe, in great spirits, but as you can imagine, everybody was extremely pissed off. Rightfully so. They thought they were dead. Turned out they had just been camping in the woods for like over about 2.5 weeks. Just neglected to let anybody, know this. Everybody thought they had been killed in a tragic accident. Family, friends, authorities, not to mention the searches and the money spent to find them, and all that. People were
well, nobody told you.
big mad. Now, due to all of the money spent on that search, Thomas was actually due to appear in court. That date was set for November 2021, but due to COVID, it was pushed to January 2022. Thomas did
There's
not
no
make
way
that
I'm
January
pulling this out.
2022 appointment because in December, Thomas and the 3 kids vanished once again. This time, though, permanently. They were last seen on December 9th, but this time they did say they were going into the bush once more. Because of this, the police didn't launch a search immediately, right? They were aware. They're like, all right, fine, if you want to go camping, what? But be back for that court date. He was not back for his court date. They went out into the bush December 2021. This video you are watching is coming out in October 2023.
Ooh, I'm hard
They've
stuck
still
here.
not been found,
Shit.
but they have been cited. As I said, Thomas didn't show for his court date, and an arrest warrant was issued. He
Yeah,
did
this swamp
later
is
return
garbage.
to the family farm alone on February 9th, 2 months after they left. He'd come back to get supplies, and he was telling his family members, who were obviously really worried, he was like, listen, just gotta grab a couple of things, be out of your hair in a few minutes, the kids are safe. But he didn't say where they were. Family members who met him said he looked rough, beard, his hair was getting long, like he had been living in the bush for this entire time. Then disappeared again. Now authorities, they did searches, and the Phillips family said the authorities aren't searching hard enough. But they did search. They searched everywhere. Now, New Zealand is huge, sparsely populated. There's a lot of bush out there, very dense bush, so it's extremely hard to find people out there. But no sign. In fact, it's actually believed that the Phillips family are getting help from someone.
Police have launched a fresh appeal to find missing man Tom Phillips and his family. Despite extensive searches, police haven't been able to find Tom or his 3 children, Ember, Maverick and Jada Phillips.
There have been sightings, but none conclusive. Until, like, a couple of months ago. In May 2023, Tom allegedly robbed a bank and shot a supermarket employee in Taquidi, just south of the family farm. They got away with cash and fled away on a motorbike. I say they because someone was with Tom, but nobody knows who that somebody with Tom who helped him rob a bank was. But they're still in that local area. The
I'm
bank
stuck
robbery
in.
happens, like, the next town over.
I need to go to
where they
sleep
live.
soon.
Then,
Fuck's
on
sake.
August 2nd, 2023, it's believed he stole a
Can't
Toyota
game.
Hilux. And after that, he was spotted at a supermarket wearing a beanie, glasses, and a mask. Tracking that led nowhere. And more recently, he was spotted stealing cold weather clothing from a house. And he was
What?
chased by the owner. It's kind of unclear in the reporting, but it seems there may have been a car chase with this guy trying to run Thomas Phillips off the road. Thomas managed to avoid that guy. He escaped. Helicopters went after him, lost him. Nobody knows where Thomas Phillips and his 3
Damn.
children, who have not been
Playing GTA in real life.
in years, are. Thomas has been seen. Some mysterious person
With all the
him has been
prostitutes,
seen.
of course.
Nobody knows what's up with the kids. So what the hell is going on out there? Are they getting help? Are the kids alive?
Oh, that's right.
There are so many questions to this still
I
ongoing.
fucking
So, I mean,
buried
all the
myself in
stories
this
are
shit.
ongoing, but this story, there are updates right now. Bryce Laspisa. In 2013, 19-year-old college student Bryce Laspisa was driving to his parents' home in Laguna Niguel. Bryce was a student at Sierra
Damn,
College
I
in
what a
Rockland
what
at
a
the time,
fucking
which is about
mistake
a
this
7.5
was.
hour drive north of his parents' house. There, he was a sophomore, and that August literally just started the semester and was excited to get back into his course, Industrial and Graphic Design. Now, Bryce was on his way
Nice.
back to
I
his
did graphic
folks' house
design.
that late August evening. He was very close with his parents.
Should get back into it now with AI. I think
recently
I could
moved, all of
make
them
some
recently
stuff
moved to
easy
California from Illinois.
without needing a
That
team.
evening, he really just felt like he needed to speak with them. He needed to see
Come on,
them.
come on,
he
come on,
needed
come on,
his
come on,
parents,
come on,
of
come on,
course.
come on.
See, although his freshman year had gone real well, at the start of his sophomore
yes.
year, things were not going so well.
Oh
he
yes,
broken
got the
up
fuck
with
out of
his
here. This trailer
girlfriend,
sucks.
and he began drinking.
I'm gonna
a
change it
lot.
with
Seemed
the
like he was
big
going
boy.
through some stuff. Maybe it was to cope with the breakup of his girlfriend.
Yeah,
taking
big boy is
Vyvanse
a lot
lot,
better.
which is
Still
amphetamine,
3,
similar
but this
to
is
Ritalin or
zero
Adderall,
performance in
diagnosed
off-roading.
with ADHD, but he was knocking it back. And it was on August 28th that Bryce's friend Sean, worried about him, called Bryce's mother Karen to say, well, he wasn't doing too good. His drinking, his drug use, and the fact that Bryce broke up with his girlfriend via text, saying she'd be better off without, which is not good. And he had also just given his friend Sean his Xbox and a pair of like diamond earrings that he didn't give him. It's also weird that Bryce gave his friend Sean his Xbox when his last Instagram post, Bryce's last Instagram post was him chuffed that he had bought Madden 25 at midnight. He was a big gamer. His last text to Sean read, "I love you, bro. Seriously. You are the best person I've ever met. You saved my soul." So probably someone going through a severely depressive episode. His mother, Karen, offered to fly down to him, but Bryce said, "I'll come to you," specifically saying, "I have a lot to talk to you about." He was then in his 2003 Toyota Highlander on the road.
Oh.
Now this is when things get pretty scary. At 1 a.m. on August 29th,
What the fuck?
Bryce called his mother. Now she
Don't
thought he was
tell me.
calling
Oh my god,
He just
bro.
started
Non posso
calling,
trek
he
pa
was just
aici.
checking
Fuck's
in.
sake.
But he actually said he was only an hour outside of
Oh,
Rockland,
you
so
got me,
he barely
Saber.
been on the road at all
You
when
really got me
he
this time.
He said he had left hours ago.
You
Then
bastards.
the next morning when she woke up, there was no sign of him. And at 11 a.m.,
Non posso trek
Bryce's
de pome,
parents
ja?
became worried when they were informed he had used their insurance's roadside assistance. So he had a breakdown on the side of the road. Okay. So they followed up with their
Damn.
roadside insurance, right, to see what had happened, who had been contacted, yada yada yada. Because Bryce was not answering his phone. This in turn led them to a guy who owned a tire and gas station in Buttonwillow, a small town a little over halfway between Rockland and Laguna Niguel.
Yeah, I'm gonna get stuck.
This guy, Christian, told Bryce's parents, "Yep, I was out there. I was called out at about 9 a.m. I found Bryce and decided to road. It turned out he just ran out of gas, ran out of petrol in his car. So, filled him up. That was it. Now, this Christian was talking to Bryce's parents.
No.
They're like, still no sign of him. So Christian said, nice guy, said, I can head out to where he was, a couple of miles outside of town, to see if there's any sign of him. Christian went out there, and Bryce had not moved an inch. This was hours later. Christian said to Bryce, hey, you know, your parents are really, really worried. Maybe you should just give him a buzz, you know? And then Bryce seemed to, like, snap out of it. And I was like, yeah, I'll call him. And he took off. He drove off. Christian said he watched him drive away out of sight. But hours later, Bryce was still not home. His parents then filed a missing persons report, and the sheriff's department were able to find him relatively quickly.
Yeah, I read the
on
risk
his cell
myself
phone
on the other
rumors.
side.
He was now
With the
only
rocks,
a
this is
handful of
worse.
miles from Buttonville. It seems that Bryce drove out of sight where Christian had come back and spoken to him, and then pulled over once again. The officers who found him said he was in great form, friendly, didn't seem out of it or anything like that. And
Damn,
found
that's,
no drugs or alcohol.
these birds are
So
flying
the
very
police
close
found
to
him,
the
said,
camera.
Call your parents. And this time he did. He said, yeah, listen, hey, folks, Michael and Karen, his parents said, yeah, I'm going to be home in a few hours, right? This time I'm actually going to make it. He did. Then at 2 a.m. on August 30th, Bryce, who should have been home a long time ago, he called once more, saying he was too tired to keep driving, that he would pull over and sleep, see you in the morning. Then at 8 a.m., finally, right, Michael and Karen heard a knock at the door. They raced down, expecting to see Bryce give him a big hug. Only it was a cop, not Bryce. It was actually a California Highway Patrol officer who said they had found Bryce's car in a ravine. Not good. It was found abandoned near Castaic Lake. It was down a ravine. It appeared it had crashed. The rear window was shattered. His phone, wallet still inside, and no sign of Bryce's visa.
A 19-year-old, his name is Bryce Lespisa, had been studying at Rockland Sierra College and has been missing since last Friday. KCRA 3's Kevin Oliver, live force at Sierra College tonight. Kevin, I understand you spoke with one of his former roommates just this afternoon.
That's right, and his former roommate said he moved up here to Northern California to go to school here at Sierra College to get a fresh new start in a new community, and now many here and his friends and family down in Southern California are trying to figure out what happened to him on that trip home.
Now, from how he was acting before, you might think that he, well, but the lake was searched. It was dredged, in fact. Every inch of that lake was searched. He hadn't gone in. CCTV would later show that after Bryce called his mother, remember saying that...
What the fuck? The YouTube app is fucking trash, by the way. It just stops randomly. Should be able... No, I can't. I need to get to the other side. Oh, why the fuck did it stop?
He was really tired, he's got to pull over and sleep on the side of the road in his car. That's not what he did at all. He pulled over, but kept driving, went down this like dirt road leading to the lake. But what did he do with the lake? What happened to his smashed window? Likely it went down a ravine, maybe it was dark and he accidentally drove over the ravine, smashed it to get out. Maybe he was disoriented and something happened, but it didn't seem like he went in the lake. The search was huge. The lake was searched, all the areas around the lake were searched. They could not find him. They brought sniffer dogs, right? Sniffer dogs found his scent. It led to a truck stop. Then it ended. Bones would later be found, in fact, at the lake, but DNA tests would say it was not Bryce. In fact, nothing of his, other than what he left behind, has ever been found.
Damn.
Whether he had a psychotic break, whether he went to start a new life, or whether something really, really terrible happened to Bryce Lespisa, we may never know.
Damn.
Daniel Robinson.
Fucking swallowed by the earth.
The year was 2021.
I think paranormal things are not really paranormal. I think they're common, but we don't see them because our eyes can't.
Charleston in South Carolina.
Because our eyes are fucking
near
trash.
The city of Buckeye, Arizona. Now Daniel.
And I'm sure there are more than one
Don't tell me
dimension,
if
and
you
probably
like.
this
So
whole
he was
shit
in
is a
charge of
simulation
taking care
anyway,
of some of
so...
the remote desert sites for his employer.
Elon Musk knows
New
something we
World
don't, I'm sure.
Engineering. He had been working there over the summer of 2021, but on June 23rd, 2021, he left his work site.
That's why everything he touches,
Never to be
besides
seen
the fact that he's really smart, he
was
looks
at the
like he
remote
knows
job
something
site in the
about
desert, testing
the world,
groundwater,
the reality
and
we
just
live
after
in,
9 a.m.,
that we
he
don't.
left the site in his blue
Something that he
2017
can't
Jeep
tell us.
Renegade. He was due to
Because
be
you
at
can't
that
tell,
site
you can't tell common
all
people this,
day.
because they're
So
gonna
no
lose their
one's really
fucking
sure
mind.
why he left,
People,
but no
they
one's
didn't have
really
clear proof about
where
2012 that
he
being the end of the world, but they
Now, this
still went
wasn't
insane in
entirely
some
out
of them
form
and
for a
bought
young man.
bunkers.
He was a very adventurous sort. He loved, spontaneity. But he was also careful, as in, like, if he's gonna go off somewhere, he would at least text, hey, this is where I'm going. That same evening, a missing persons report was filed, but nothing was found. And the desert is very big out there. His phone was either off or out of range of cell towers, and a large-scale search began. Ground and air crews looking out in that endless desert, but found neither Daniel nor his Jeep.
Jib.
That was until a month later, when things got weird, and they got dark. I mean, it's already pretty dark when you got a person missing and no answers to where they went. But now, right on July 19th, his Jeep was found. His Jeep was found in an area that had already been searched. So,
Whoops.
you're not going to miss it. And the Jeep was not in a good state. It was down a ravine, damaged, and on its side. Inside was his phone, wallet, and other items, you keep on you, like your keys and stuff. The airbags had been deployed, and it appeared that someone had been inside when it went down, and had been wearing a seatbelt. But there was no one there. This is like priceless pizza all over again. It was really, really weird. Somebody had been in that car. They could tell from the seatbelt that someone had been in it. But where were they in it? There was no trail of blood, no nothing. And Bryce's, his high-vis work vest and his boots were found right beside. An accident investigator was in fact hired by the family, and they said, investigating the accident, it looked staged. Adding a super weird twist to this is that in the week before he disappeared, Daniel had been texting a woman named Caitlin he had met. It appeared he'd wanted to meet up with her, but she wasn't interested. See, Daniel had met her while he was delivering for Instacart, a grocery delivery service.
Oh my god, from Volt.
Extra cash.
I got a chick from Volt that I really like. I always tip her.
And her friend at their place.
Give her $5.
Whatever, at the door, they started yapping away.
Not really always, because sometimes I don't know who brings me, because just leave it at the door. Hopefully we don't come inside and picture my cock like that DoorDash girl.
Caitlin would say Daniel got weird,
what?
Clingy, odd. He began showing up to her house unannounced numerous times, texting her.
Yeah, this is the last time I'm taking this trailer.
She thought he was being a creep, essentially. She said it made her feel very uncomfortable. In fact, the day before he was last seen, he texted her, "The world can get better, but I'll have to take all the time I can, or we can, whatever to name it. I'll either see you again or never see you again." That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But yeah.
The police report reveals when detectives extracted data from Daniel's Google searches in the week leading up to his disappearance. There were searches that stuck out, like "Love Changed Me," "Delete Instagram account," "Shooting Tempe," "Explosion," and "I'm okay to do things I hate." But Daniel's dad, David, had just talked to his son on the phone and didn't hear anything alarming.
Outside of the history for searching, things like that, he definitely did not display that openly.
The new information in the report shows Daniel's phone at the crash site at 10:05 a.m. and it stopped tracking just after 10:30. That becomes very important with the other new details we learned a lot more about. A witness named Bill who claimed to have seen Daniel in the area after he disappeared.
He's the
Bill
killer.
noticed Daniel's new Jeep and said he was wearing a reflective work shirt and boots. He also noticed Daniel was missing part of his arm, which is consistent with Daniel's disability.
At first, his theory seemed to have
what the fuck?
Been valid. And I even
so he can't hug you completely.
Family press conference.
Poor guy. What the fuck, man? Disappearing just like that.
But Bill claimed to have seen Daniel around 11:30 a.m., then changed his story to different potential sighting times, none that matched the data of Daniel's phone at the crash site by 10 a.m. The police report also cast suspicion that Bill may not have been truthful about a law enforcement background.
Now, people interviewed Daniel's friends to see was he obsessed with her, what was going on here, was he in a bad state? No, they said no, he seemed fine. He wasn't a depressive type, and he wasn't depressed before this happened. So what happened? Was it a staged disappearance out there, or is he still out there? Did something bad happen and there was a cover-up? Who knows, but in the desert, there's still a mystery. Aisha Degree. In the early morning hours of February 14th, 2000, 9-year-old Aisha Degree vanished. This story is particularly scary,
yes.
I mean, well, for a lot of reasons when you're talking about missing kids, but what is absolutely bizarre, she got up in the middle of the night and just straight up walked into the woods. What is also so strange is that that night, really bad storm, rain, thunder, lightning, right? So, like, possibly the most terrifying time you could go disappearing in the middle of the night into the woods, and Aisha was scared of the dark. She was scared of lightning and thunder. So what was going on? Let's start at the top. Aisha was born in August 1990 in Shelby, North Carolina, the second child
Am I going
of
to
Harold
die
and
here?
Aquila. They later moved to the small town of Lawndale, and Aisha attended school, described as a good kid, very shy, quiet, and sensible. She was a good student, a great basketball player, and she dreamed of becoming an illustrator and a writer. She was taught at an early age to be wary around strangers,
no way,
so she was
bro.
cautious. She was also afraid of storms and the dark, which just makes what happened all
Okay,
the
time to
more
go to sleep.
baffling. On Sunday, February 13th,
Mamy ta
2000,
bagamiarz.
Aisha and her
Pula.
family went to church,
Hope it
then
didn't
visited
save.
relatives, and were home around 8 p.m.